crazy out here, y'all. Stay focused. Let's go, KD. Take a look around you, look to find your way, babe. Yeah, take a look around you, look to find your way, babe. Yeah, I ain't talk is talk, and move is move. When I come in, bitch, I change your way. Got things to do, I done pay my dues. But where was you? Nigga, where was you? I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Hey, you the one that say that. You and me go way back. When this whole thing over, I'ma send my invoice payday. You don't wanna say that. You don't want this payback. I keep my composure. This my kingdom, nigga. Stay back. We had a couple of moments. You had a choice, nigga, on it. Your real colors, they showing. I'm real, nigga. I'm focused. When I come around, I'm fly with it. Stay moving, do buy with it. New sound, just vibe with it. Same truth, and we die with it. I see it like it's an obstacle. I never sit on the fence. Nothing to me is impossible. Music of means to the end. Most of the shit is illogical. All of y'all niggas depend on what they pretend. Just think with your head. Stop looking at trends. You wearing your eyes like it's topical. Clearly now, the pain is gone. The fame is on, and they play my songs. Yeah, it's real. Yeah, it's real. Yeah, I ain't talk is talk, and move is move. When I come in, bitch, I change your way. Got things to do, I done pay my dues. But where was you? Nigga, where was you? I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. New era, I got y'all. Real gang, we pop off, no knockoffs. Open eyes, we watch out. Mobilize, won't cop out. COVID-19 cops out, don't flop now. Open skies, we fly now. New agenda, they try now. Most y'all getting real scared of the headlines we find out. And getting real near. If you don't know, you behind now. Behind the times, government hide behind the lines. Most brands trying to monetize. All of us have to stay inside, don't socialize. Yeah, talk is talk, and move is move. When I come in, bitch, I change your way. Got things to do, I done pay my dues. But where was you? Nigga, where was you? I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe.
Yeah, hey, yeah, hey, yeah, hey, yeah, yeah, hey, yeah, if I see it, I cop it. Yeah, hey, yeah, let's go, let's.
We at the top, if I see it, I cop it. All this guap, if I see it, I cop it. Got some new drip, if I see it, I cop it. Saw that new whip, if I see it, I cop it. Need a new grip, if I see it, I cop it. Lots of strip, if I see it, I cop it. I'm not kidding, if I see it, I cop it. House off the grid, if I see it, I cop it. We at the top, if I see it, I cop it. All of this guap, if I see it, I cop it. Got some new drip, if I see it, I cop it. Saw that new whip, if I see it, I cop it. Need a new grip, if I see it, I cop it. Lots of strip, if I see it, I cop it. I'm not kidding, if I see it, I cop it. House off the grid, if I see it, I cop it.
Yeah, if I see it, I cop it. Running through stores, if I see it, I rock it. Yeah, girl, if you see it, I got it. Run it up more, we need all the profit. 100 racks back up in summer 16. Spent that whole bag on a whole summer dream. Life's complicated, no Avril Lavigne. Copped a new condo to blow off some steam. All these rappers just rapping in triplets. Pushing that product, just got a new shipment. Pushing that roll 50 over the limit. Cushion that blow, I don't get why they with it. We at the top and we throwing the game. All of these peasants will know of my name. All of these blessings, we staying the same. The drip is fluorescent, I'm going insane. Royal genetics all up in my veins. Back me a real one and gave her my name. All of these issues, but no one to blame. Praying that God will just show me the way. Changing the game, got the source code, and I'm off-road and my horses go skirt. One in the same day, of course, no, we in first, yo, all my niggas we were. Faking the fame, but we all know, cause the source told all you niggas just learn. Talking and saying y'all pseudo, and it's true though, y'all just popping them perks. Taking the stage, got a few shows, let the crew know it's a class in the dirt. I am the king and it's my throne, y'all are kind though, they keep calling me Xerxes.
Be at the top if I see it, I cop it. All this guap if I see it, I cop it. Got some new drip if I see it, I cop it. Saw that new whip if I see it, I cop it. Need a new grip if I see it, I cop it. Lots of strip if I see it, I cop it. I'm that kid if I see it, I cop it. House off the grid if I see it, I cop it. We at the top if I see it, I cop it. All of this guap if I see it, I cop it. Got some new drip if I see it, I cop it. Saw that new whip if I see it, I cop it. Need a new grip if I see it, I cop it. Lots of strip if I see it, I cop it. I'm that kid if I see it, I cop it. House off the grid if I see it, I cop it.
We only got one life, I'ma get that. If you with that, do not sit back and just wish that you had it. Despite all your witchcraft and your riffraff, this is my gift and you wish that you had it. Tonight gonna bump trap, gonna thump that, drums in the back and you know that we have it. Girls like where the one at, need to run back, flee from these niggas, you know that they savage. They acting macho like they Randy Savage. They call me Pablo, the kingpin is at it. I am Apollo, you Rocky, I've had it. Y'all can just follow cause niggas is slacking. I am Jack Sparrow, my verses is cracking. I am the ghost and you rappers is Pac-Man. Out in the coast and I'm getting more blacking. Y'all acting hairy, I'm grabbing the waxing.
Top if I see it, I cop it. All of this guap if I see it, I cop it. Got some new drip if I see it, I cop it. Saw that new whip if I see it, I cop it. Need a new grip if I see it, I cop it. Lobster and shrimp if I see it, I cop it. I am that kid if I see it, I cop it. House off the grid if I see it, I cop it.
Yeah. Hey. Yeah. Come up. Hey, let's be with that drama. Hey, saw that baddie mama. Hey, told her I don't wanna. Hey, come up. Hey, let's be with that drama. Hey, saw that baddie mama. Hey, told her I don't wanna. Hey.
Went out, caught me a red fly. Too many people on a bandwagon. Dumb band through that hellfire. Came out lethal like a red dragon. Same old rapper with the same old flows. Color dreads with the pants sagging. Got that fame, but you sold your soul. You a warlock, I'm the dark assassin. Said thick stacks, mode change, big bags, faux chains. Get that money, said big facts, no gains, big stats, mo fame. We back done, said big names. On stage, big trap, no shame. Going and running that big check. My name, sign that, more rain. Come back home and just
Come up. Hey, let's be with that drama. Hey, saw that baddie mama. Hey, told her I don't wanna. Hey, come up. Hey, let's be with that drama. Hey, saw that baddie mama. Hey, told her I don't wanna. Hey.
The following program is rated TV MANOC. It contains a big pair of nuts directly on your chin. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
Go to the fucking gym.
Obesity is epidemic in the United States and a major cause of death.
What is fat activism?
I, a fat person, am sharing my own lived experience.
Pizza is a vegetable.
Your fat phobia is your problem.
It is not my place as a smaller-bodied white man to comment on it.
Radical body positivity.
What can men do against such reckless hate?
There's only one man who can help me.
This is for you new people. I only have one rule. Everyone fights, no one quits.
This day we fight!
Swole Normuth.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing. Testing, testicles. Welcome, everyone, to episode 3146 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular Swolecast, Beercast, Broadcast, Gamecast, Mancast, Pincast, Sleevescast, and Slaycast in the realm, because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. What's going on, beaches, booshes, busses, hustles, and yo-hos? It's your boy, Papa Solio, back with another episode. In today's episode, the Beastcast is brought to you, is sponsored by Everest and K2, flexing on all you
It's the fucking Catalina wine mix.
All right, fam, welcome to the show. Welcome to Accountability Monday. We have some awesome Swole fam posts. We'll take questions, and we'll go balls deep. We're going to get some releases, too. We got new releases like we do every single Monday. If you're not part of the fam yet, join over at swolenormousx.com. Download the Swolenormous app and start your free trial today. It's available now in the App Store and Google Play. Do not wait for January 1st. Don't wait for resolutions. Join the fam today and get access to all the amazing content inside Swolenormous X. A reminder, if you're already a member, the app is free. It's all the same thing. So same login, same password on the app or on the website. So you just have even more of an ability to access all your favorite content with the amazing search function. You also have your journal, you have your custom playlists and favorites and history. You have the community on the app. You can stream it to your TV seamlessly. You can schedule your workouts, download offline. Everything that you have been wanting from Swolenormous X, we now have with the Swolenormous app. So go and download it today and join the fam. And of course, we have new releases every single Monday, and we'll get into some of those today. Welcome, Loretta, Cerny, John, Candyman, Jacked, Santa, Positive Charisma, Freya. How we doing, Melissa? Everyone that's here, let's get into today's episode. Are you ready for that tip? Hashtag SwoleFam for a chance to win today's Swole card. There's Papa Swolio. Oh, isn't she lovely? Isn't she gorgeous? Isn't she gorgeous? And of course, we have the Tainty Man. He's sleeping. Finally, we get the Tainty Man on screen. He's actually there. Yeah, he's there. Fantastic. And we have Pinkston Churchill, everyone sleeping, letting Daddy get to work. We're going to get to work and we're going to make some sick fucking gains. So without further ado, let's get into that tip. Babe, just an inch. It's cold outside. All right, accountability time. So every single Sunday, send out a text message to the Swole fam asking, what are you focusing on most this week? If you didn't get the text or you didn't answer in time, drop it in the comments down below wherever you're watching. You can reiterate if you want to clarify a little bit or ask a question or something like that. Drop in the comments in the live chat and we'll read some of your responses. What are you focusing on most this week to improve? What's the number one thing you're focusing on to improve this week and how exactly you're going to do it? Let's get into some details. We'll start off with Aaron. Ron. Papa Swole, I'll be starting Swole season this week on top of maintaining my consistent mindfulness. To prepare for Swole season and going forward, I'll be writing out my workouts the night before instead of just before I go to the gym so I can get them straight once I get there. Good move. One of the most important things is to have your structure ahead of time. If you are one of those people that procrastinates or makes excuses, this is something that we talk about a lot. You want to make sure you have what you're going to do ready to go. It's cut and paste. You know what you're doing. All you have to do is put on your gym shoes, grab your gym bag, all that stuff is ready, and then you just execute. You want to remove as many obstacles as possible so you can execute. So good stuff, Aaron. Debbie says, I'm laser focused on keeping my left hip pain in check. When I sit with my left leg externally rotated, I develop a burning pain in my left lateral hip that radiates down my leg a bit. I'm working on reminding myself to be aware of how I sit. When I am, it goes away after a few days. I'm just going to go out and make a guess. It sounds like it's your tensor fasciae lata and your IT band, maybe your vastus lateralis a little bit. I would make sure that you are doing the figure 4 stretch or pigeon pose and really getting into the external rotators of your hip and the internal rotators of your hip. Really work on doing some of the yin yoga for hips inside the app. Make sure you are addressing those things with the hip mobility. That's really something that will probably help you tremendously. So you could also lay down on your back against the wall, put one foot up and do like the figure 4 stretch. So for example, go into the Swolenormous app and go to the yin yoga section and type in hips and do some of those classes, but you could also do those specific stretches to loosen that up. But again, like Debbie says, when she's aware, she can avoid it, which means you need to be aware more often and do these corrective exercises to avoid that issue to begin with. Another post, Jenna, I'm going to work on my calorie intake and improve that pesky cardio time from 15 minutes to 45 minutes. Not really sure of the context of what you're doing with your training, but any kind of increase like that, 3x, is going to be too much. And again, you need to adapt to these things. That's like 3xing your weight in terms of what you're lifting from one week to the next. So you want to make sure that you're progressing it properly. Otherwise, you're going to incur too much fatigue. You're not going to have those adaptations to keep up with that kind of cardio increase. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind that you never want to make drastic increases like that. The same way you wouldn't want to make drastic increases with your resistance training. You wouldn't just throw on 3x in terms of the weight that you're lifting. Lacey says cutting, meal prep, and being prepared are the keys to success for me with this. So I have already meal prepped for 4 days and planned out my food. Well done. Lisa says, Papa Swole, we went to a destination wedding over the weekend, so now I am working on refocusing and getting back to the grind. You think that means stuffing your face with garbage? Sounds like it to me. Robert says, keeping on track with my workouts each day and prepping food for a trip out of state next week. Bring on the meat cookies. We like meat cookies. Get yourself some beefs. Meat cookies indeed. Tim says, Papa Swole, I'm focusing on form. I am combining brain gains and warm-up sets. I want to make sure my mind is inside the muscle that I'm targeting. What does that mean? Once I have my mind focused and the feel of the movement, I increase the weight for 1, maybe 2 sets to proximity of failure. This method has already proven itself by increased strength during my workouts. I want to just clarify this, the mind-muscle connection, it's there. So proper form, training as hard as you can, the brain is in the muscle. The problem with this kind of approach, it's a classic way to kind of mean that you're not lifting as hard as you can. And I just want to clarify this because that kind of mind inside the muscle, that's not really a thing. And the tendency is to slow down the concentric and do slower time under tension controlled movements, which is going to decrease the force and decrease the amount of weight that you're lifting. So as long as you have good form, trust me, if you're doing a curl and you have good form and you're doing a preacher curl and you're going as hard as you can, you don't have to do a slow and controlled hold. You don't have to do that kind of stuff. The biceps are working, right? The chest, if you have good form, the chest is working. That's how you're pressing. That's how you're doing horizontal, humeral abduction or adduction. That's how the muscle, that's how it's happening. So don't overthink it. Don't overthink it. I know what you mean. Have good form, execute, progressive overload. That's the key. That's the key. So good stuff. Good stuff. All right, let's get into some questions. Fam, let's get into some questions. If you are interested in joining the fam, all those amazing people, you do get access to Swole Text, where I will text you. I will let you know when the show is live. I will send you those accountability texts. I will go back and forth with you and talk to you throughout the week. And of course, when you join the fam, you get access to the Telegram chat and the app community and all that amazing stuff. So go to swolenormousx.com and join the fam today. Let's get into some questions. Live questions, drop in the comments. Hashtag Ask Papa Swole, and we'll get into some of those questions. Mark says, focused on recovery this week, had a minor setback with a sore throat, but caught it and treated it early. Still dealing with some of it, but the raw honey is helping. Good man. Good man. Let's see. First one, we'll take it from Rumble. This one is from Miss Texas Fit. Let me just bring that up on the screen. My mouse is acting a little bit weird. I don't like trackpads, like the little mouse pads. I don't like that because it slows down. I like my mouse to be, I don't know how you guys use computers. I like the mouse to be super sensitive, but unfortunately, I think the gloss on the table actually wore it away. So now it kind of like skips, and I hate it when the mouse skips. I'm using my trackpad for some of it. Makes it a little bit more challenging. I like going back and forth depending on what I'm doing with the computer. But that's neither here nor there. Okay, Papa Swole, is it true that women need to eat/exercise differently during their period to compensate for hormone changes and lack of energy? You can track these things. The more you sleep properly and eat properly, you'll have less swings, but you're going to have hormone changes. So you might notice strength at certain periods during your cycle. So just train appropriately and track it. And what you can do with your training protocol, you don't want to use as an excuse, oh, I'm on this part of my cycle, so I'm going to be weaker. You don't want to get into that mindset. You still want to lift as hard as you can, but you can still track your cycle with your workout log so you have perspective, because there are going to be certain periods where you will feel stronger. Let's see here. Jack Santa, Papa, so I see a lot of ads about different bars for weightlifting. Is there really that much of a difference? What do you mean, different bars? You mean different barbells or different shapes? There's definitely different tools out there like anything else, but those tools are only relative to what they're actually working. Some of them might be more of a gimmick than others. But I have a lot of different barbells, and certain ones are going to have certain applications. There are ones that might be curved that will allow you to get a deeper range of motion and a deeper stretch. There's some that might be curved that will give you a better balance, where if you're doing a back squat, your hands will be lower, like a safety squat bar. You'll have the hands in the front, or a Kabuki transformer bar, or a Yukon bar, or a Duffalo bar, or whatever they call it, where it's curved. So it'll be a little bit less pressure on external rotation for the shoulders, or easier on the wrists. So some of those things are just, hey, for certain people, they might like it more. Other people, they might not like it. But they're just tools in the toolbox. Again, it comes down to you want to build muscle. It's progressive overload, stability of an exercise, and the ability to progress and overload it. If you can't overload an exercise, it's going to be harder for you to build muscle with it, to a point. XSM, Papa Swolio, I saw a YouTube video the other day that he claims after working out, if you eat Haribo gummy bears, it's good for your muscle. Is that true? Eating sweets, candy is bad or no? I wouldn't eat processed crap. You can have fruit or honey or coconut water. It's fine to resaturate glycogen stores. That's totally fine. That's really what your muscles are using for intense training, creatine and that. So I would not eat candy. You don't need that stuff. You can have fruit juice. You can have a glass of orange juice. You can have a tablespoon of honey. There's nothing like, oh, candy is going to get it better. No, it's just going to give you other garbage. And it's terrible for your teeth and so on and so forth. And there's there are many other benefits. Remember, these ultra processed foods and sugars, there's no micronutrients, no other benefits. But you have a tablespoon of raw honey, you're getting a lot of other benefits from the honey, in addition, because it's not ultra processed. Have a date. Dates are good, but dates have more fiber, so they're not going to absorb as quickly as something like raw honey. But when people ask me, what should I do before a workout? I'm not going to eat a big meal right before I work out. A banana might be a little bit heavy. Having a tablespoon or two of raw honey is totally fine. Then go train, then you can eat after. It's really about what you're doing overall during the day and then your preference for what you do. But I used to eat Sour Patch Kids around a workout. It's a cope. It's a cope to stay addicted and to justify eating garbage foods that you're addicted to. So that's an excuse. Well, I'm, getting a sugar pump. I'm going to have some Sour Patch Kids when I train. You just addicted to these. You're addicted to the candy and using as justification to have around your workout. You could just have honey and have minus the cancer and all the other garbage that's in there. So that's just an excuse. Charles Magica from Instagram. All right, more questions. Drop them live. Hashtag Ask Papa Swole. If I answer a question, you can follow up. Remember, hashtag SwoleFam for a chance to win today's Swole card. For a woman entering into the 50s, will I get definition by eating enough protein but not taking creatine? Creatine has nothing to do with definition. Protein doesn't necessarily either, but you want to maintain your muscle. So don't think about toning. You want to build muscle. You need protein. Most people should be focusing on protein. Women, absolutely focusing on protein. Creatine's fantastic. I think you should be taking creatine too, but it's not going to make you more defined. That's going to be caloric balance, muscle mass, better lowering cortisol, lowering your stress hormones, and all the other crap and inflammation, eating properly. Calvi Joe, 1125. Papa Swolio, what would you recommend for a good core workout, no equipment? Core is a marketing term. The core is everything, but core is everything besides your arms, legs, and your head. So when you're doing back squats or working your core, you don't need to go crazy with the abdominals. Any kind of hypertrophy you have with your midsection is going to make it thicker. So being lean, you don't have to overdo your abdominal training. People over obsess with core and they don't improve their habits and they just stay fat. So they wonder why they don't look leaner. It's because you have fat habits. You eat too much, you eat garbage, you have chronic inflammation and high cortisol, and you don't sleep, and et cetera, right? You have low magnesium and vitamin D and all these other deficiencies from other habits. And doing a core workout isn't going to make you leaner. So you can't spot reduce fat and crunch all you want, sit up all you want, leg raise all you want. You're still going to have a fat gut if you don't change your other habits. So any strength training exercise is important. If you want to train your abdominals, you could do lateral flexion and rotation and any kind of flexion and extension quality with progressive overload, but you don't need much of it. And it more comes down to your nutrition. So you don't, you can see your muscles, right? Just understand, if you gain weight or fat, you overconsume and you overbulk, so to speak, you consume too much, you're going to get body fat everywhere, but your body isn't going to store fat in your pinky fingers and your forearms before it stores fat around the midsection because it's easier accessible for the organs and so on and so forth. So your body, you're not going to have fat arms and a shredded stomach. It's just a sequence thing. So that's why when people lose weight, their face slims out fast, you know, and then the last place people usually lose is around their stomach and midsection. All right, more questions. Hashtag Ask Papa Swole. Moving right along. If you have any, get them in now. That way we can answer them, and then we'll get into some Balls Deep and new releases. Sean, Papa Swole, explain the difference between exercise and training. Training is with a purpose. You want to get on a quality program with intent. Exercising is just doing physical activity. I think we've answered that before. Abonia. Papa Swole, any specific mobility/yoga programs on your app to help lower back injuries and tightness? Absolutely. Every single program, actually. And we have hundreds of yoga classes, probably 450 at this point. And we have specific courses and stuff for the lower back and for the midsection, for the spine, and for rotation. So we have tons and tons and tons and tons of that in the app. Go to swolenormousx.com or go to your app store and start your trial. Download the app and see for yourself. Absolutely. Tons of stuff inside the app. Wave the W heat or wave the wheat. 86. Consistently working 5 to 6 days a week between strength, mobility, and cardio. What do you recommend for relief on sore muscles? Time, yoga. If you're doing 5 to 6 days a week, chances are, if you're chronically sore, you don't have a good program. If you're chronic, you should not be chronically sore. You should be able to repair and recover. So if you're always sore, then you're not recovering enough and you're probably doing too much volume. That's not good. If you're on a proper training program, you're not going to be sore from every workout, and every muscle is not going to be sore every time you train it. That's not the goal. We always talk about this. The goal is not soreness. If the goal is soreness, you just do more and more and you mix it up and do random stuff, muscle confusion. So you cause pain and like different spindle lengthening and you feel sore, but feeling sore does not build you muscle. Adapting to a new stress and progressively overloading it will build muscle. So the goal is to build muscle, not to be sore. So if you're always sore, I would revisit your programming, and 5 to 6 days a week is likely too much. I generally recommend 4 days a week for intense training, especially if you're doing something like maximum swole. If you're doing more than that, you're probably doing too much and you're probably doing a lot of junk volume and you need better programming. That's my opinion. Miss Texas Fit, what brand/flavor of bone broth should I look for? I don't know what you have access to. You can make your own. Best thing to do is to get different types of collagen so you have tendons and connective tissue and stuff in the bone broth, not just like the shaft femur bones. Just get a grass-fed and finished bone broth. There's a lot of different, probably good companies out there. Probably, in the frozen section, I would say. If you order and stuff from Whole Foods, I'm sure they have. Or you can make it yourself too. There's a lot of different brands out there for this kind of stuff now. Krampus Lilith, Papa Swole, what is the equivalent of testosterone that can be used by women? Is there any peptide that you'd recommend? As a woman, I've been trying for years. Trying what? I don't have any experience with peptides and those types of things. People are always looking for shortcuts. Ironically, I'm wearing the Ozempic, checkbox. Don't do Ozempic. Don't do these garbage pharmaceutical, things are going to paralyze your stomach and cause you to lose muscle mass. It's a scam. It's nonsense. You're just a patient for life and you're going to kill yourself over it. You want to make sure that you're improving your habits. So I'm assuming trying for years, what, to get results, you're probably not training properly. You're probably not eating properly. You're probably, subjecting yourself to all sorts of toxic chemicals in your surroundings, and women are exceptionally sensitive to endocrine disruptors. So that's where I would start. Okay, I'm going to skip this one because it's best workout when short on time. Vague. Any questions? Bum, 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 bum. Any other questions live? Live. Let's see. Nunu Ham. Pampasolio, does the body stay chubby due to eating minimal calories? I hear this a lot when talking to people about starvation mode. Thanks, Papa. If people aren't lifting weights and they're in like extreme calorie deficits, they're going to be cannibalizing muscle. Your body's not going to maintain lean mass. So you'll lose muscle first. You're not going to get, if you just stop eating, you starve yourself, you're not just going to get shredded and keep your muscle. Your body is going to cannibalize muscle. So people that lose weight, that's why I say you don't want to lose weight, you want to lose fat. So you want to maintain your strength, maintain your performance, and then eat around maintenance or slightly below and adjust the carbohydrates accordingly. And then you can maybe trim down some extra body fat, and maintaining the strength will let you know if you're be cannibalizing muscle. So yeah, people will stay quote unquote chubby. Usually people that are fat or skinny, they have low muscle mass. People that are obese usually have low muscle mass because they're fat and they don't have enough muscle mass to improve their insulin resistance. Their habits are terrible. They might have some more muscle mass on their lower body just because they're slinging around 300 or 400 pounds, but that's also not healthy for multiple reasons. So usually skinny fat or fat is because overall it's generally low muscle mass. We have a low muscle mass epidemic in this country. People need more lean muscle. All right, balls deep time. Good stuff. Let's get into some releases. And let's get into
that's deep.
Some videos. So let's get into pick a number 1, 2, or 3. 1, 2, or 3, and then we'll get into a couple releases in the meantime. Again, go and download the Swole Enormous app. We'll have those new releases available for you right there on your home screen, biznitches. You can go and check out the app in your app store. Let's get into a couple of these releases. We got our first one. We got our first new recipe. Ooh, you guys are gonna like this. Where's my drum roll? Where's that audio? There we go.
What's in the box?
What do you hear? What do you say? First new one is, if you like breakfast, you like sausage. I know a lot of you do. If you like vegetables, we got a new vegetable sausage. It's chicken breakfast sausage. I'm just kidding, but chicken is a vegetable around here, so.
Hadouken! Hadouken!
Chicken breakfast sausage. Chicken breakfast sausage. All right, next one. We got two more releases, or two more new recipes. We got paleo beef stew. All right, that's a nice one for the holidays. It's December. It's diciembre, right? It's cold. You might like something bone broth related. We're talking about broth and stuff like that. Paleo beef stew. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Last one. A spicy beef stir fry. Very nice. Very nice. Let's get America for that. Spicy beef stir fry. We got chicken sausage, chicken breakfast sausage, and we have paleo beef stew. All right. Like it. Like it. Not bad this week. Not bad this week. Not bad. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Let's get into some more. Let's get into that video. Let's take one more question before we do. XSM on YouTube. Papa Swole, is it possible to lose weight on cardio alone? Yes. Lose weight? Yes. I'm really into my cycling and swimming, but I feel weight exercises is a steep learning curve. Yeah, you're just going to lose muscle. You're going to lose muscle. You're using a lot of, you're going to adapt to cardiovascular training. You're not going to be building lean mass. So you could do a lot of cycling. You might gain some muscle or some strength or some endurance in your leg muscles, but it's not for hypertrophy. So yeah, swimming is buoyant. So there's really no overload there. And cycling, you're in a terrible postural position. So it's very repetitive. So I'd be very concerned with mobility and overuse injuries. But weightlifting is very important. So again, if you're trying to pull adaptations in two different directions, there's a reason why a lot of people that do tons of cardio are skinny fat, because they're not building lean mass, and you'll cannibalize muscle before you'll go after the body fat too. And you adapt to cardio very much. Your body adapts to utilizing less energy for a given activity. That's why building lean mass improves your metabolism and improves your caloric consumption, because you're building lean tissue. Cardiovascular adaptations, your body will become more efficient at using less to do the same amount of work. So it's why people sometimes are on the treadmills all the time. They never change for years, and they wonder why. It's because they're not actually building muscle and improving their lean mass. Okie dokie. So let's get into a video. Let's see. Chicken for shame. Who said chicken? Who's putting chicken out there? God damn it. All right, let's do this one. This one's called Don't Comment on Weight.
What's in the box?
We'll do a video. We'll get into some more releases. I think I will comment on weight, actually. I think I will.
Unfortunately seen an influx on this app again of fat phobia and unkind comments. So I thought I'd go over the ground rules again of how we should talk to each other.
Tell me what to say. Tell me how I can talk.
What is and isn't acceptable to make comments on. Because
tell me what I can say.
People either have forgotten the lesson,
censor me harder,
didn't get the memo, or are
Jabba.
choosing not to do it. So we only comment on things that people can immediately fix. Like, I've just noticed I've got mascara in the corner of my eye. So we comment on those things. And we're like, oh, by the way, you've just got something there. So somebody can fix it. We only comment on things people can fix. Like,
you can fix your fat gut. You just don't want to change your habits. So I care not about your feelings at all. If you're going to try to censor my speech and tell me what I can and can't say, that pisses me off. And then I will respond and say things that probably hurt your feelings. And you can cope and seethe or take better care of your health. But you wouldn't want to do that, because then you wouldn't have anything to complain about. If you're just listening, this chick is morbidly obese, and it's a shame that she's defending it.
Fluff on their jumper. They can fix that one. We don't comment on acne. We don't comment on weight. We don't comment on hair color or anything. We comment on whatever the fuck we want. It's called free speech. Obviously, she's from the UK, and this is like the cultural thing. The UK loves censorship. The UK is like Canada. It's like govern me harder, daddy. Take away my rights. Punish me for saying something on Facebook. You have some people, but you have this culture that's based on submission. That's the problem with the UK and with Canada. You have a culture that's based on being nice and doing as you're told. America, we're founded upon fuck you, I won't do what you tell me. And that's very important. And that's why we just don't care. Most people don't care. We have guns, we can defend ourselves, and you all can fuck off if you don't like it. So you don't like the words? Oh, plug your ears, get off the internet, or change yourself. And we don't like pussies. We don't like the victim mentality. So that's us. Like that. Unless it's like, oh, you've missed a strand of your hair in your ponytail. Something somebody can immediately fix.
You can fix what your
we
shitty
don't
habits
comment on people's intelligence. We don't comment on people's health.
We certainly can. There are a lot of retarded people in the world. I love that word because it's very applicable these days.
Comment on people's appearance in any way, shape or form. Because even if to you the person looks well, they might be feeling horrendous that day.
That makes absolutely no sense.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
This is a chick that like can't find her butthole to wipe. She needs like a spatula. She needs the wipe yoga. It's unfortunate. So there's my comments. Hopefully that doesn't cause you too many tears. Feel better. Eat better. Take care of yourself. Help yourself. Help me. Help you. Help me. Help you. Okay. So let's get into some of this awesome shit. Let's get into some of these new featured classes. So these are spotlight classes. This is what we do inside
What's in the box?
swolenormousx.com. Download the Swolenormous app and check out these featured classes. So this week, we were just talking about hips, right? Someone in the accountability text were talking about hips and hip pain, stuff like that. Definitely check out the featured yoga class this week. It's right there on your homepage. Express Flow for Hips with Rachel. So great one for the hips. Bing, bang, boom. Feeling tight in the hips? Feeling tight in the hips? Check out this new Flow for Hips Express class. I don't know what kind of accent that was. We also have featured Swole 7 is Mobility Round 10. Look at that Swole privilege right there. And featured workout is Papa Swolio's featured pump number 8, the Ocho legs. All right, so check out those. Check out those featured classes now available inside the Swolenormous app. So I'm not going to bring it up yet, but it's right there on your homepage. Merch, merch, merch. Everyone wants some merch. We got some new yoga and we got some new merch. Ooh, you're going to like this one. You guys are going to like this one. All right. Let's do this. Let's see. Hold on a second. Okay. So let's see here. Let's do another video. Let's do this one. Who chose? Did we do number 2? Was it number 1? Who cares? Let's do that one last. Oh, we got a libtard last. Let's do this one. Person of the Year. Person of the Year. And then we'll get into some more releases. Person of the Year. Who?
Well-Time magazine, just when you thought the media couldn't get any worse,
oh, Trumpy
you
Pumpy?
guys said, hold my beer. In a year where we had Taylor Swift, Kamala Harris, and Giselle Pichot,
Who the
you
fuck is
chose
that?
the most repugnant, vile human being to ever walk the earth as your Person of the Year.
Yeah, fuck you, libs.
At least half of America, and probably most of the world,
Nope.
is absolutely disgusted. I hope you go out of business.
I mean, I hope most of the liberal media goes out of business too. Who's Gabriel Pichot? Who's that? That's why that person's not Person of the Year, because no one knows who the fuck that is. Why would Taylor Swift be Person of the Year? Should be Man of the Year, by the way, because the PP. Why would Taylor Swift be? What a disaster that woman is. Why would Kamala Harris be? She's literally why she got shellacked. And she's awful. She's an awful person. Why would she be Person of the Year? I mean, I guess, look, I think Hitler was Time Person of the Year. It's someone who made the biggest impact. Obviously Trump, because he was arrested, tried to kill him a few times. We still don't know anything about that shooter. But yeah, absolutely. Absolutely Person of the Year. And Person of the Year for the next 4 fucking years. So cope and seethe and enjoy the prosperity of the next few years under actual leadership. So very nice. Very nice. I'm glad you are offended. I'm glad you are riled up. I can almost hear the meowing in the background. Very quiet. Notice that? Very quiet background. You don't hear the pitter-patter of little feet. You don't hear the giggles and the screaming of kids. Just hear nothing. Crickets. Just crickets. Nothing. Nothing. Fucking tumbleweeds. Just like her womb. Oh, shit. That hurt.
Emotional damage.
Ah. Yes. Very nice. Okay, we got one more video. Should we do releases? Let's do new yoga first. New yoga. Me. Let's get into new yoga, and then we'll do merch. How about that? How about that? Famwise. Brand new yoga class.
What's in the box?
Dun, 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 dun. Express. Level 2 flow. Number 4. Let's go. With Alex. Look at that. There you go. There you have it, folks. There's the brand new yoga class. And then you might be asking, Papa Swole, how is it possible that, you have like 450 yoga classes at least with mobility classes, everything in the app? Well, we are just going to keep on jamming it in. Just like these fat activists just keep on jamming in those Twinkies, we're going to keep on jamming in these yoga classes. And what's cool is that the Swolenormous app is literally Felix the cat's bag. You guys remember Felix the cat? The bag of tricks, right? Kind of like her, or how about this for the newer, younger generations? How about Hermione's bag, right? She reaches in and pulls out a tent and an entire damn thing, right? That never-ending bag. It's kind of like that. The app is just the app. It's this nice little thing, nice little yellow beard logo on your home screen, but then just more shit. It just opens into more stuff. It's like Hermione's never-ending bag. Or Felix the cat. So if you're 1,000 like Cerny, you remember Felix the cat. If you are not, you probably remember Harry Potter. So it all works. It all works. So the never-ending bag of tricks. Dig your hand into Papa Swole's never-ending bag of tricks, and go check it out. We got new stuff all the time. I'm going to show you guys in the app. I just don't want to give away what the next release is before we do so. All right. All right, let's see. Let's do another video, then we'll do the release, and then maybe we'll do a throwback too. We got this one. If there's ever a universally panned retard, it's going to be this guy. Mr. Can I call you Harry? Mr. Ari? Can I call you Ari? Ari Sisson. I think he's French. Ari Sisson. Ari Sisson. Regret voting for Trump. Let's see what this guy says. Man, he's got to lift some fucking weights. This dude is like one step away from just going full trans.
Oh, it's only been a month and Trump supporters are already regretting their vote. We told you so.
Anyone? Jesus Christ. Let's give him a little tyrannical.
There's Tiny Tuck, Typical Tuck, Total Tuck, and the Tyrannical Tuck.
Said no one ever. It's not possible to have a single person that voted for Trump regretting their vote. There's no chance. I don't think you could find one. He's not even officially in office yet. And he's given an awesome press conference today. I don't know if you heard it. I stopped it because we're just starting the show. Not a chance. There's not a chance that someone that voted for Trump is like, I wish I voted for Kamala Harris. Not a chance. No, you can see him smiling. He's smiling because he's trying not to crack up because he knows he's so full of shit. So let's just play that one more time because it's so short.
It's crazy how it's only been a month and Trump supporters are already regretting their vote. We told you so.
Look at him laughing. He's like, I can't believe I'm getting paid for this. Oh my God. There's not a chance. He's not even in office yet. There's not a chance that anyone regrets it. No one does. So that's just funny. I thought it was funny. I can't believe I'm getting paid for this. All right, we'll do a throwback, but first let's get into some new releases. By the way, #SwoleFam. #SwoleFam. Let's get America. I'm going to break this button today. Fuck yeah. There's the Papa Swoleo. So drop it in the comments. #SwoleFam. The Tainty Man, I think his head is off the side. Yep, pretty much is. Look at his little sock. I taped it on there. It's getting better. We have the baby girl. Oh, are you going to get some bellies? We're going to get some live belly. You trying to get in there? Nope. Locked down. She's locked down. Can't get those bellies. Can't get in there. I want some. All right, fam, let's get into that last release. And then what we're going to do is I'll show you the app and I'll show you where to find all the awesome, amazing shit. I love this app. And I appreciate everyone, all the people that are posting in the community. We got a lot of new people coming in and super awesome. So let's see here. Dun, 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 dun. Drum roll. Where are we? We're doing the merch. That's right, the merch. Let me bring it up. Okay, who's ready for some new merch? Really cool play. I don't have something near me. All right, let's show it. Let's show it. New merch.
What's in the
New
box?
merch. By the way, over there at papaswolio.com, buy one, get one 50% off. Buy one, get one 50% off. Buy two, get two 50% off. Buy seven, get seven 50% off. Come on, fam, fill in the gaps. What's next? Buy 14, get 14 50% off. Buy 15. I always troll with that because I could just keep on going. Buy 79, you can get 79 50% off. If you get 79, I'm telling you, reach around for sure. For sure. Just send me your address. I'll be there. I'll be there. I'll be wearing a cloak so no one sees me. I'll sneak in when it's dark. All right, here we go. Dun, 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 dun. Let's see. Drum roll. Buy 100, get a 100, 50%
What's in the
off.
box?
Reach around on the house. Here we go. Brand new drop. It's a Cybertruck design like the GTTFG. I'm getting America again. The Swolenormous. Super cool design. Super cool design. I love it. If you're just listening, it's Swolenormous without the vowels. So SWL, Swolenormous. It's awesome. So check it out. Looks great on a hat. Looks cool on a tank. Super cool. Been wanting to do that since we dropped the GTTFG. So it looks awesome on a hat. Awesome on a beanie. That's just cool all around. That's a cool sticker too. It's kind of like the sticker you put down on your laptop. So I have some of the hats back here, the GTTFG hats. Actually, let me grab them. Let me grab a couple of the hats. That way you can see some of the other designs. Oh, I'm sore. I'm sore as shit. I'm fucking sore. I got some of the new ones. Let me actually... Sorry for the rustling. Because I got some new... Oops. I got some new merch. Damn. That one's like reinforced. All right, so I got some new styles here. Dun, 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 dun. So check out, I'm going to get these hung up on the wall too. So let's see what we got here. All right, so the new Swolenormous design looks dope. Looks dope. Check that out. So check out all these different colors. So these are the GTTFG ones, and we have a lot of these colors that are also going to be in dark. So we got the new maroon. That's dope. We got pink, and that's going to also look good with a dark font. So we have both options over there on the site. We got the gray. So sweet. We got the black. What else we got here? So we got all these different trucker hat designs. Have you ever been to the site? XSM is asking any plans for mugs. Have you ever been to the website? We have every design we have in mugs. Where do you think I get these from? Every design we have in mugs. So we have the GTTFG. We have this in mugs. So GTTFG. So we got the different ones. So these are all these aren't the Swolenormous ones we just dropped. So it's the same kind of font, right? This is one of my favorite. This is one of my favorite colors. I love this one. This orange one is dope too. So check out all those designs. So very similar. Check out all the different designs there. I'll put them right. There we go. So anyway, super nice. Yeah, we have all of those on the website. So actually I'll show you. But I love it when people ask. It's like you've never gone to the website. So if you go here to mugs, boom, boomba. Like we got lots of mugs. So every design we have. So we got every design, all the stuff, and it's gonna go on for a long time. So I'm not gonna show you every single design. So go and check them all out over there at papaswolio.com. Buy one, get one 50% off over there as well. So super cool. All right. Sheena says my mug collection is getting out of control. Yeah, so really cool new design. Really cool spin off on the Swolenormous logo. And very cool with the Cybertruck font. So love it. That would look awesome as a sticker too. So anyway, check it out, papasolio.com. And let me tell you, we have a lot of really dope designs, coming. A lot of really dope designs. Of course, every single week we got new designs. So let's take a look over on the app. So when you open the Swolenormous app, you are going to notice, obviously, the Get Started series, and you're going to see all the featured classes that we talked about. The Flow for Hips, we got Swollen 7 Mobility Round 10, Feature Pump number 8. We also have the new releases. So right here, you can just tap on new releases and it'll just pop open, right? It'll go right to the new releases. And this is this week's new releases. And then, of course, you'll see all the other releases from the previous weeks. And then you have the Swolenormous mug. Looks awesome. And then, of course, you could check out Express Level 2 Flow number 4, and then all these week's new releases. And then, of course, if you keep scrolling, it'll show you last week. So if you missed the show last week, it'll usually show the last 2 or 3 weeks. So this right here, we have 3 weeks. It goes back 3 weeks for the releases. So the latest releases for the past couple weeks, sometimes it's 2, sometimes it's 3 weeks, but you'll see the last ones. And it's all there available for you. And then, of course, you have the buy one, get one 50% off. So someone asked earlier, what do you have to do with like yoga for hips? So what was the question? Let me see. What was the question exactly? It was in, let me bring it up. Any specific yoga mobility programs on your app to help lower back injuries and tightness? So sure. If you want to check out so let's say you want to lower back. So let's say you go for back. So lower back is usually back and it's hips. So if we go for, let's say, yoga, or we could do this. We could do back, and we could do a filter for just yoga. And then boom. So you'll see here, we got yin for hips, lower back, gentle, express yin for lower back, shoulders and back. If you for yoga, back bend flow. Remember, we used the filter feature and chose yoga. So you apply it, come back, express back bend flow, shoulder opening and back bend flow with wheel, recovery flow 1. Let's see, mobility upper body, shoulders. These also have aspects of your back as well. So it goes into a little more shoulders, but the more specific ones specifically for back. Some of these have components, and a lot of yoga is going to, target a little bit more of that. So if we leave the filter and go for hips, and we left the filter for yoga, boom. So look how quick that is. So you go to the filter, it's already in yoga, and you can adjust the length of time. So if you want an express class, you could do 0 to 45 minutes. Let's say you don't have an hour, and then it's going to filter, probably be more all the express classes. So you have express yin for yoga, for hips, express flow for hips, express yin yoga for hips, number 2, number 3, number 4. Express flow for tight hips, express prop flow for hips, express yin for hips and glutes. Like, there's just tons of shit. So check it out. It's awesome. And of course, you can go into just the mobility tab and find other stuff. So when you go to these tabs at the top, it's just really a sampler. It's like, hey, mobility, here's some things you can think about. Check it out. You got 7-minute mobility. You got yoga with Papa Swole. We got some of those things here. Knee, hip, and ankle mobility. So you can go into the hip mobility masterclass, right? You can jump in on that and check it out. You can see right here at the top, you can stream it to your TV, right? You have Apple Play or Chromecast. It'll pop up at the bottom. I know it's covered by the bottom bar. So you could jump right into that masterclass, and check out all these different things in the mobility section directly. But then you have yin yoga. So we have a couple samples for mobility, but then you could also go to view all and then check out all the yin yoga. And look at this. So we got a lot of different protocols. So we can go back to home. And if you want to just check out all the yoga classes, go to view all. Let's go to yoga classes. I mean, you want to see the different sections. So starter classes, you have starter classes, bro, express yoga. And I'm just scrolling fast because, we're wrapping up. But look at this. Look at how long I'm scrolling for. And then it ends, right? Yin yoga. Bro. And this is not to overwhelm you. Look at all the recovery flows. Look at the morning yoga. You want morning yoga? We have like 20 or 30 classes. Bedtime yoga. Level 1, you want to do level 1 classes. Video games. Level 2, level 3, so you can progress. I'm not going to scroll through all of them because you get the point. But then we have instructionals on each pose if you have specific questions on how to progress or regress. We have yoga workshops here. We got and we're adding more of those. We got vinyasa. We have post-workout yoga. Let's see. We have Ashtanga yoga. We have breath work. We got chair yoga. Have an injury, morbidly obese, or just stability issues? Do chair yoga you're in your office. You could do a chair yoga class and then learn what you can do maybe for 5 minutes on a work break if you're sitting down a lot. We got kids yoga. Do it with your kids. Genevieve and her daughter. It's fantastic. Prop classes with straps, with blocks, with towels, yang to yin. So it's a little spice and then relaxing. Prenatal and postnatal yoga. So we got a whole series for before you are giving birth and then after. I mean, we're adding new stuff all the time. So that's just the yoga studio. And obviously, you can just search it and you don't have to get overwhelmed. So the reason why I'm showing you all that is not to overwhelm you. It's so you can see whatever you want. You can search it and we can have it. Good question. Let me see. We got a couple good questions. Any questions on the app or anything that we talked about today? I think it's a really good time to ask any questions. Didn't expect to go into all those details, but I like it, especially on a Monday with new releases. Let's see. Jakester says, I really got to go get that trial on the app and get started so I can look at the yoga. Would do wonders for helping my jujitsu training. Absolutely. Yeah, 7-day trial. Definitely encourage you. Like if you want to sign up officially, it's great offer, less than $1 a day. A lot of benefits to join the Swole fam, but try the app. You can look on the website. You can stream it to your TV if you got a smart TV or Chromecast or Apple Play. Good question. Lady Rainstorm, how do we know where to start? So, and this is not a troll, literally right there at the top, you see Get Started Series. When you open the app, you first download it. You see right there, it says Get Started Series, start here. That's where you start. So that video is going to explain how the app works and where the best place to start is. Sure, you can open it up and just start a yoga class. Usually we talk about, okay, some people want to start with a training program. Some people want to start more with nutrition, and we explain what to do with the app and where to start. So when you start, go to the Get Started series at the top and click Start Here. And that will tell you where to start. That's where to start. So good question. That was a good burp. Felt better. Felt good. Feel good. All right, good stuff. Miss Texas Fit, which ones would you recommend for 3 bulging discs in the lower back? Really depends on what you have ability to do. Nothing's going to be exacerbated as long as you progress it appropriately. So I would recommend probably the yin yoga. Do you have pain? Are there certain moves you can't do? I wouldn't necessarily say jump right into like the hip mobility or the hip mobility and start doing Jefferson curls right away. But yin yoga is very low intensity. You're holding poses for 30 seconds, a minute, maybe longer, very with gravity, very passive, all levels. So it's a very, what's the word I can use? Not unobstructive. It's a very easy on-ramp to different movements. So with yin, for example, if you're doing a twist and you're holding it for a longer time, it's very gentle. You're not going to be doing a recovery pose where like you're moving and transitioning. There's not the same type of stress and strain. So you can kind of maybe gauge what your limits are with the yin classes, and then you can progress. Oh, that's a really good question. Swole Sama, how much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? If you went to the chucking gym, he could probably do, I would say, probably 6 cords, depending on how much protein and if he has pre-workout shake. I mean, it really comes down to caffeination, I would say. Can't do Jefferson curls. The motion hurts my back with a dull pain. So start with the yin classes. Start with the yin for hips or the spine twists and things like that. And start there. Yin is very passive and very gentle. So you can kind of maybe work. And possibly some of those prop classes. Some of those prop classes are beneficial because if you're doing like a butterfly pose and you have a block under your Sometimes it's on your lower back. Sometimes that can reset and help you. The back bends could be beneficial. You might like the back bends. Some of that might actually help. And a lot of that gentle decompression can be beneficial for bulging discs. So check it out. Yeah. Currently doing yin for hips and lower back, so I'm on the right track. Yay. And yeah, sometimes, look, you're going to find a class. And what I would say, Kylie, is when you do a class, when you find a class, right, there's nothing wrong with repeating that class, and actually encourage it. If you find a yin class that you like, do it again, master it, progress it, challenge yourself. If you find a yin class that, wow, I did this yin class, I felt great on my back, do it again. You don't have to be doing something different all the time. You can do the same one every night if it really helps you, and then move on when you feel like you're ready, or when you feel bored with a certain class. So every class is different. And even though we might have like 50 yin for hips, there's going to be a different sequence for each one. So you might have a certain sequence that really opens up your spine in a certain way that you really like versus a different one. You might like yin express for hips number 4 better than number 5 or better than number 3. There's just different variety there. So a certain sequence of moves might really get in there a certain way for your needs. So find something you like and stick with it, and change it up when you need to. But my point is, like, instead of doing Jefferson curls and like adding weight and doing that stretch, get into that area and guide yourself into that kind of rotation or flexion and extension gently with yin based on your capacity, and then go from there. Because that kind of like those kinds of longer holds and that very passive relaxing into the poses will get into deeper like connective tissue and fascial tissue that you won't with recovery flow or a strength training where there's going to be tension through a full range of motion. Yin is very passive, and it teaches you to shut down some of these areas that allow you to get deeper into these movements. So stick with yin. Yin is fantastic, and it's very great because you could do yin every day. So when we talk about, for example, let's go into the yoga studio again, now that we're talking about it. So let's just go into the yoga flow. So let's go into, let's say, level 1. So like vinyasa classes. That's going to be challenging. You might be sweating and like, oh my God, it's more muscular engaging. But if you go into a yin class, where's the yin? Did I miss it? Oh, it's at the top. Yin's very popular, so we probably put it at the top. Yep. So yin, therapeutic total body yin. Yin for deep muscle recovery. Yin for back. Yin for hamstring. Yin for hamstrings number 2. Yin for hips. Total yin plus, what does it say? Plus hips. Yin for hips and legs, yin for hips and lower back. A lot of the names are very similar because we've done these over the course of years. But again, these are all different options. So try different ones. And if you know there's certain positions that bother you, you can always scroll ahead so you don't get caught off guard. You can kind of scrub or watch the video on 2x speed and kind of get an idea. Oh, that looks like something I can do. I know there's a certain pose that I'm kind of, not really comfortable with. So you can see, okay, that pose isn't in this video. Let me try this one. Or you're not going to do something and be like, oh my God, my back. Yin is very great. And because you're not doing a lot of chaturangas and exercise and like pushing up and long holds and isometrics, you could do yin every day, especially if you're strength training, it doesn't fatigue you. In fact, it'll actually probably help you psychologically and systemically recover for your training a lot better. And the great thing is, look, again, I'll pop back to this for a second. So let's say you really love this yin for hips and lower back. Cool. Hit add to and create yin. Like, oh, this is a great yin for hips. I love this one. So boom. And then now I have a yin for hips playlist, and right? So I can add it to yin for hips, and then it's added to my yin for hips. So you don't have to go and search for it every time. When you find it, then you come down to playlists, and then, oh, look, my playlist. Look, yin for hips. Boom. And then you always have it. And if you want to, you can schedule it on your calendar and it'll show up on your calendar. So you can have it right there where you don't have to go searching for yin for hips. And which one was it? Was it number 5? Was it number 6? You can do it and be like, oh shit. And while you're doing the class, you can just hit favorite. It can be a quick add. So you can add it to favorites and then customize your playlist later. So you don't have to overthink it. And then you can unfavorite if you want to. So once you find a class, oh, I really like that. Or, oh, this is what he was talking about. Cool. Let me hit favorites and I'll come back to it later. So you add it to favorites, and then we can come back to, let's see, we're on the home page, for example, go to favorites, and then it's right there at the top, right? Boom. So, you can really try this in different ways. Super cool. Thanks, Pop. I've been doing it every night, but I'm going to do a different class each night to find out which ones I feel better with. Yeah. And this is the thing. Now that it's so much easier with the app where you can customize and, your playlists and different things, it used to be a little bit more overwhelming when you had a class that you liked because we didn't have the app launched yet. So it was a little bit overwhelming. I understand when you have 450 classes, it's there's so much to scroll through and this and the other. Now it doesn't matter. The more we add, the better it is. You just can have it really accessible and you don't even have to search for it every time. Some of you might like that, but if you have a class that you love, I love doing this class in the morning. That was great. Add it to a morning yoga playlist. And then if you want to do yoga in the morning, you can go there and here are my favorite morning classes that I like to do in the morning and pick one. And then when you do a class that you've done before, you're also more familiar with it. So you kind of know what's coming. So you have to watch the screen less. You hear the cues. So it's actually good to repeat classes because then you kind of master those movements and then you can see your progress as you do the same movements over and over again because you're adapting to that sequence. You could actually master a class or two and then notice your improvements. These spam. Your package address is incorrect and cannot be delivered to your door. It's fucking regards the U.S. Postal Team. Yeah, okay, spam. Sure. By the way, if you get those text messages, don't respond. They're trying to get you to respond and engage. That way they get access to that way they don't get flagged by the cell phone companies and stuff like that. So just report junk. All right, where were we? Let's see. Lady Rainstorm, been there, but there's so much between kitchen training, yoga, not sure to begin with, and how to schedule workouts and yoga, etc. Well, I just saw these messages, but just explain that. Yeah, that's what you begin with. So when you go to the app, go to your homepage, right? When you download the app and go there, and then what you'll see is you will see the start here. So go to the start here. And also make sure you introduce yourself and you can comment in the community and in the Telegram chat. And if you have further questions, that's why we have that because the members that have been there for a while are experts inside the content inside Swole Enormous X. So we're all going to be able to be in there and help you and customize it for you. So this is the thing. What I didn't want to do is make it uber complicated to start. And this is one of the problems is that when you tell someone, do all these different things, where do I start? And I'm not saying that to make fun of you. I'm saying that because there's a lot of stuff. Where should you start? So if you make it really specific, who wants to log into an app and be like, here's an hour-long video that's going to go over every little nuance. It's not going to get done. So we kept it very simple to get started. The intro video is 6 minutes long and just tells you exactly how the app functions and the best places to start for training or for nutrition. But then the reason why you want to introduce yourself in the community section and give a little more background is so hey, I'm really trying to do this and X, Y, there. What do you guys think is the best program? And also when you go to programs, for example, we have that right at the top, how to choose a program. But then you go into the community section. If you have something specific, you introduce yourself, give us a little more detail, and then we can help you customize. So X is really customizable. And that's why we do that. So you can get a feel for what we have here and then ask specific questions or in the accountability meeting or in the round table or, this, that, and the other. And then we can help you narrow it down specifically to you rather than, because I can't make a video that makes it that's specific to every single individual person. We have so many people that are coming from different backgrounds and levels of experience and of all the content. That's why it's everything in the palm of your hand. We have everything you need. It's just, we can help you customize it on a one-on-one with and the comments are great. Like if you have a question hey, where should I start this? You post up I'm this years old. I've had this kind of experience. Go into the community section and the start here video explains that. Go into the community and then post up, give us some background, what you're looking to do. Do we think that it'd be better for you to do this or do that? And then we'll respond and then give you more individual specificity. And then plus when you go to, I'll show you here, when you go to the video, we have a manual. So if you want the specific, a kind of a background of how the technicalities of the app works, you go to resources here and we have the Swole Enormous app user manual. So boom. Yeah, it's more technical, but look, if you want to hey, how do I save this? You can skim through and it'll explain how to use the different features of the app. And then you can just read that at any time. It's right there in the resources section of the app. and then explains here's how you start. Go to the Get Started series, download the 7 pillars, introduce yourself in the community section, right? You click on the community and it takes you to the community section, and then you can, introduce yourself, comment. And this is where we pull some of the, posts and stuff for the show and things like that too. Okay. So hopefully that helps. Yeah, there you go. Well, that's what's cool, Lady Rainstorm, going through the kitchen. So that's great too. So you can go through the kitchen and learn about the elimination diet. You can look at the elimination diet. And this is why we always talk about some people want to focus more on training when they first join, and some people want to focus more on nutrition. Some of you might be joining and you have, all this experience with training. It doesn't mean you're not going to get benefits from Maximum Swole or Swole Season or Scorched Earth, but maybe you're like, okay, I've been training for a long time. I have muscle, but I really need to do is really focus more on my nutrition. Cool. So maybe you're going to be better off starting with the elimination diet, focusing on that because you've been going to the gym for a while. So you have some experience and some base layer. It's not the number one thing you need to be focusing on. So then you go to nutrition and you can do the jump start, do the elimination diet, and then you have all your recipes. And the cool thing about the recipes is you can search all these things too. So you go to the filter and you go to nutrition, right? You get rid of yoga. Doesn't matter about the length. That doesn't matter. That's what she said. So you go to nutrition and then you say, let's say beef. I need recipes for beef. Well, holy crap. Do you need more than how many, 170 results, for beef, for example. Let's say you want vegetables. So you type in chicken. Get it? All right. So you have all these different recipes for chicken. So it's easy to find what you want. And again, these things at the top, are kind of like summaries. So if you want, to educate yourself, here are some master classes, and it's like a little sampler. You can go to the main section and just go through all of them. Workouts. Here are some sample workouts to get started. So we make it easy for people that's like, I want to work out. I just want a simple workout. So they can go here. I want mobility. So here's some things to think about with mobility. But you can find mobility in so many different sections, And then we have the all sections section. So you can go here and go to the kitchen, right? And then you have, everything in the kitchen, just like, scrolling down. We have more stuff. Okay. One second. There you go. You get it now. Cool. Yeah. So glad you get it. And what a lot of people don't do, and I'll wrap up with that, is a lot of people don't ask questions. They're just like, I'm not sure. And then they feel embarrassed to ask, but the whole point is asking so you know how to use it properly. Thank you, Cerny. Let's see. Drop in the comments. What'd you guys start with when you joined the Swole fam? What section, or what'd you start working on first? Did you start with training? Did you start with mobility? Did you start with nutrition? Those of you that are members or have been members for a while, if you remember, let's take, is the Tainty Man off the camera? Jesus Christ. This dude cannot be visible. He just can't be. He's just anything to not be on the screen. It's insane. What about you, Pinks? Oh, sorry, baby. She just takes it. Like, look at your ear flap. Oh, you're so cute. Any bellies now? Any belly? Did I get bellies? No? Still cold? Okie dokie. I wonder what shirt that is. That probably needs to be washed. All right. So we talked about that huge pitch, big pitch for the Swolenormous app. I like a good episode. Anyway, swolenormousx.com. Oh, shoot. I did. I sent the wrong message to the, that is, All right, so let's give away this Swole card. Dun dun dun. Swole fam. Let's give this thing away, and then maybe we'll do it. We'll do a throwback. So, Swole card, whoop, whoop. Swole card, whoop, whoop. Swole card, Swole card, Swole card, Swole fam, Swole card. Hashtag Swole fam. You guys not dropping shiz in the comments. Nope. Not landing on anyone. No one wants to win Swole fams anymore. No one wants to win Swole cards anymore. We're going to the Telegram chat. Melissa, congratulations.
Congratulations.
We're going to the Telegram chat. They don't want it. They don't want Swole fam. Maybe we'll have to mix up the Swole card. Congratulations, Melissa. Send us an email to support@swolenormous.com. Swole card 3146 in the subject. Your mailing address in the body of the email. Very nice. Congratulations. Congratulations. All right. Woohoo. You're very welcome. Congratulations. Let's do a throwback while we're here for fun. Let's do a throwback and then we'll move on. Why not? Let's do a throwback. I'm in the mood. Let's do 269 because 69. Why not? Here we go. Jump scare.
Being fat does not make you immune to being fat phobic.
What the fuck does that mean?
Everyone's fat phobic. To a degree. Because society is fat phobic.
Sheesh. Did you take your pills?
All right, short bus. Continue.
Which is why we must work to unlearn it together.
Cuckoo, cuckoo.
And call me crazy.
Crazy bitch.
My pleasure.
Don't you think if fat people were simply trying to cope with the fact that they don't want to change themselves? Those lazy fatties.
If you're a fat activist, if you're one of these activists, you are an absolute grifter. You're a fucktard.
Yeah, go fuck yourself, dude.
Jesus. That was savage. That was savage. That's an emotional damage right there.
Emotional damage.
All right, fam. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you. Congratulations, Melissa, on winning the Swole card. Make sure, again, swolenormousx.com. Join the fam. Download the app. Start your free trial today. Buy one, get one on the new merch over there at papaswolio.com. Cool, brand new Swolenormous Cybertruck design. Very nice. Be the first to rock that. And, of course, tomorrow we're back for another amazing Mancast and smooth today. No issues. There's still time. No issues. Thanks for being here. Make sure you like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and leave a 5-star review. Oh, by the way, if you've downloaded the app, we talked a lot about the app. So those of you that are still here, make sure you go into the App Store or Google Play and leave a 5-star review and let us know what you think. So really appreciate those 5-star reviews on the app. If you have not yet done so, go to the App Store, leave a review. It helps tremendously. And also Apple Podcasts, Spotify, leave a review there too. So if you're got a few minutes, maybe today is a review day. Go leave an app review. Go leave a podcast review. Helps a lot. So thank you for everyone that's doing it. And we'll see you tomorrow. Peace, McGee's, Deuce, Magoose, your boy, Papa Swolio. Oh.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808s, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock crashing. Like an IPO, trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now they king left and they so mad, it's like...
Then yeah, I found that young king with my crown at 10 racks in the fanny pack, couple hundred in the Louis bag.
That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you laid. That's a bed that you laid. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard to the paint you. What the fuck is you saying? I only go where they pay. What kind of game is you playing? Ay, yeah, whoa, my shit is relevant. Our topic, my melanin is